I think so. You can't hear me? Yowza, yowza, yowza. It's 7:15 on a Tuesday evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Skat Jones program. How y'all doing? It's good to see you, everybody, all around. Mayman Z in the house. Z, say what's up to the internet.
What's up, Internet? How's it
Oh, I can't even hear him. Oh, I'm there?
It's okay. No big deal.
Okay, you know what? I didn't have 3 on.
It's all right. I'm more of a 4 guy myself, but 3 will work.
More of a 4 guy.
Yeah.
Hello,
Four
Internet.
guys.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, keep me up to speed, up to par, up to code on everything that's happened in the world today throughout history. The one and only, the Professor Charles Lewis.
Shout out to my little brother, about to be the newest member of the United States Border Patrol and Customs Agency.
That's unreal.
That's what's new.
The Border Patrol, patrolling the borders, keeping us safe for what we believe in America. And you know what that is? We believe in fantasy football, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best sports ever.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite sport. One of the ones where I actually could make it to the playoffs in. At least once. I made it once.
One
That
time
was
for your mind.
One time for your mind, one time.
Andy Dalton over here.
Andy Dalton, $100 million. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing along at home, the drinking word tonight is and one. On the way over here, we were talking about our new sponsor that's sponsoring the show now, andonecumshots.com. Oh!
Oh.
And I think that needs to happen. Like very soon.
Why it hasn't happened,
Why?
I don't know. I mean, you have the websites out there that dedicate themselves to such things, but they don't call themselves and one comes.
But they should. Yeah.
Talk about a market.
Credibility galore.
Credibility all day. You know, jizzmasters.com.
Braziers. Where are you at on that, Braziers?
Yeah, dude, Braziers. You have to know so many of those people out in California.
A lot,
Everybody is a porn star.
It's like, yeah.
in
Real average
California.
people are porn stars, apparently. Yeah.
I think I've actually seen porns, Shanzi, with you in them.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to, if you're watching on Google Hangouts and you want to see Z and the Professor, you go over to the Ustream page. If you're on the Ustream page and you want to look at this dude, you go to that Google Hangouts on YouTube. It's going to be fun. There's a lot of different links. Check back on our pages. Now it's going to be on Wednesdays. Letting everybody know we're changing our day and time slot. We're going back to the 8 o'clock start time. It's going to be on Wednesday, though. So we will be on from 8 to 9:30. And next week, the Professor is going to be back. We're going to have Johnny Positive, John Baxter, and Queen Bee, Lisa. And we're going to do our WWE show, brother.
Jesus
Every
Christ.
week before a WWE pay-per-view, we'll be coming live at you with our thoughts, commentary, discussion.
Can't
so
believe we have
much
Baxter. That's great.
Oh, Baxter loves it, man.
That's great.
We all love it. We all got into it. It started off as just such a fucking joke, like because Baxter fucking loved it, you know.
Yeah.
And
It's
we're all like,
committed, dude.
okay, dude, whatever. Here, let's watch your fucking wrestling. Your gay shit, man. You know, you're watching.
Yeah, we just
it.
bought that one WrestleMania because it was Roxy, and we're like, it's not gonna be bad. Let's
Yeah.
just
Background thing going on while you're drinking. I get it.
Oh, exactly.
Sure, dude. Yeah.
We got into a thing where it's like every Sunday, YouTube, we would just YouTube the old wrestling from our childhood.
Just Warrior
You know,
videos.
dude, oh yeah, Warrior
Shawn Michaels,
videos.
Razor Ramon, fucking shit.
Bret Hart, Yokozuna at Caesar's Palace and WrestleMania.
Little Hacksaw
Yo,
Jim Duggan.
But yeah, man, that's for next week's show though, because we have so much to talk about in fantasy football. Now, Shanzi, Z, my man, you're a commissioner in a league.
I am true story, yeah.
Let's talk about that. Do you feel a lot of pressure being the commissioner of a league?
I feel it's too much pressure, dude.
Do you?
I feel like Bill Belichick, bro. It's
Doesn't say anything ever, yeah.
I need to fucking cut my sleeves off my shirt. Like, okay, I think what really the problem is and where the pressure comes from is, once one little fucking thing goes wrong,
Everyone's
just up in arms over shit. And because I invented the internet, so it's my fucking problem. You know, so I have to fix all this shit.
Yeah.
And, and I mean, you got everything from fuck crybabies to, people are fucking super nitpicky about things, and God forbid you want to tweak something scoreboard.
Arguing about the rules, scoring.
Oh my god, dude.
Have you ever vetoed a trade and caught like a world of shit, like a whirlwind, a shit wind? A world shit wind.
I didn't do that, but I caught almost the exact opposite. So last year we had a
job wind.
Yeah, we had a clause in our contractual agreements.
It's like Sharknado but with blowjob.
Yeah, blowjob NATO.
NATO.
The best NATO out there.
Yo, what's up, Brazzers? NATO.
Yeah, NATO. I know. Where are they on these things,
Where
man?
are they?
Losing money as we speak.
Yeah, Brazzers, call us, baby. 2000 and late. I'm sorry.
But we made this clause that was an agreement that, well, not really agreement because I'm the commissioner and there are no agreements. I just fucking say it goes.
Yeah.
But so I came up with. I was trying to really give some respect to putting time in on the draft process, and you got to be there for the live draft.
Oh, we talked about this last
and
week.
if you fucking let your team auto draft, we were going to take your first round pick. And spread it amongst, you know what I mean? Basically went down the line. So we had 2-3 people fucking auto draft.
3 people.
Yeah, and so trying to dish out these people's picks amongst a 12-team league, a lot of backfire, a lot of backlash.
Oh yeah, because no one's gonna want that.
No. And I couldn't take anything. I was commissioner. It would be so corrupt if I benefited from it.
Yeah,
right?
it would be. It would be.
Yeah. Not to mention, I won the fucking championship last year.
No, see, that's always. Oh, last year you won because last
as
year our commissioner in our other league won. Maybe it was a fixer year.
Yeah,
everybody was fixing it.
I felt dicey about it in the first place. Like I love winning. I liked winning. I love winning. I just feel like there's like an asterisk next to my fucking championship.
One as commissioner.
Yeah. And one.
That's 2 at home.
I don't know. What about you guys? Any of that stuff going on there?
No, I'm not a commissioner. I'm not a commissioner at all.
I advise Mulaney as being commissioner often.
No, as commissioner, you're in charge of getting the money from everyone on on like a good time. Now, how many guys are West Coast? How many guys are East Coast? Because you are an expatriate of the 716.
True story.
Now living in sunny.
It's split.
Sunny California.
It's split pretty hard. I think we got probably 3. We have 5 between California and Arizona, and then the other, I think 7 are in New York.
Yeah.
So we're coast to coast battling, dude.
Coast to coast.
So that's what also something I did is I split it up. It gives you the option to go East versus West, conference style.
That was going to be my very next question, my friend.
Which is fucking great.
Do you?
I like the conference play.
Okay,
the conference play was nice.
It's great, dude.
All right.
Except for I missed out on a couple of key matchups that I really wanted.
Yeah.
And you miss out on it because of the conferences.
Yeah. I think that if if shit gets fucked up, if you have how many guys you got in your league?
12.
12. Okay. Shit could get fucked up though, where you got one division with 6 dudes that are all just hard as shit, and all are on top of their game, and then you can have that other conference where you got 2 dudes that are on top of their game, and then the other 4 assholes. I think every league has, some assholes.
Oh, the guy who never sets his fucking lineup? That guy?
That guy's the fucking
And for some reason, we keep inviting him back every year. What are we doing?
You're doing it to yourself is what you're fucking doing, man. And that's my problem with it, is that you can not face the hardest teams in the fucking league. I did that in one of my leagues, my family league, Kielbasa, Kraut, and Pierogies on ESPN. For real. That's for some real shit.
That's great,
Follow
dude.
that league. Follow it.
That's
you should
great.
be able to.
Is that public? Can I follow that?
I think so. I
That's
hope
fantastic.
so.
I see why you wouldn't be able to follow a league. You just go on ESPN and look around.
Yeah, I think you can probably find. Can you find?
Can you hashtag your league names to kind of build?
Yeah,
build
build
followability?
followers.
I might have to do that this year with Savage League.
and then it's going to happen that people are going to start watching fantasy football instead of real football. Like, you're going to find out a way.
ESPN's going to make a show of the top 10 national fantasy leagues, and then they're going to go
It'll
through
be
it.
us.
Yeah, hopefully.
It'll be making local celebrities out of everybody.
We should not say this stuff on the air because these are brilliant
Golden
ideas.
ideas.
Every one of them is
Brazzers
great.
and ESPN, get at us. Good thing that we got a timestamp on this so that they know that we created it. I think it's just so easy for some like shitty teams to make it to the playoffs in the division system.
Yeah, you're totally right.
It's much easier to make the playoffs because you can have you can get there with a losing record.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, somebody did, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We had someone who was 6-7 or some bullshit like that, or some losing record.
A losing record.
They made a wild card.
Yeah, it's the worst. I think I don't know. I didn't do that. But I think Mulaney did. Lou, professor.
They might have.
I think he might have.
But I mean, our league is so dicey, and it's not a division league, but it's just so dicey. Wins are really hard to come by in our league. So
Wins are terribly
I can
hard to
understand if someone got in on a losing record.
Just everyone has losing records.
Yeah, everybody. There's just
Nobody
two
really
assholes
wins.
at the top that are like one loss and undefeated or something like that.
Then
And they
everybody
just
else is
fucking ran in and
getting on point differential.
won. Ugh.
Damn one, man. Now, what's your situation with the message boards? Do you guys really utilize that? I mean, is there enough banter on there to make it worthwhile?
I think that the message board
It's largely ignored.
is one of the most underused factors of
The reason
any
why
league I'm in. Someone always posts. I'm telling you, it's always like the first week. There's trash talk on there.
I'm gonna kick your butt.
Yeah, the weeks leading
your
up.
draft was so weak, dude. I don't know what the hell you're fucking
it's
thinking.
all
I'm like, all
draft
right, dude, see you.
banter.
That's whatever. Everybody hated on my draft, and I was like, all right, I'll see you in the finals. And
Yeah.
sure enough, there I was in the final.
Mm-hmm. He was.
Or what about on ESPN, that little draft, the smack talk board when you go to like see your personal matchup for the week? And there's never anyone
There's no positive comments ever.
Or those the questions like on the page, like, who will win this match? And
You like pick a team.
Me?
Side pot lottos, dude.
Yeah.
One vote, me.
Yeah.
One vote, me.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I thought it was funny last year when we did, because we do Z's draft over here on Yahoo. They will. Damn, dude.
Yeah, damn, dude.
What up with that fiber, kid?
Viola's for lunch.
Oh, what'd you get at Viola's?
Double steak. Yeah, I got some crazy pops.
No, I'm good, man. Nice. Double steak, double
I'll take
cheese.
a beer. Thanks, buddy.
Can't go wrong.
No, but on Yahoo, after you do your draft, they have like you can go and see your draft grade based on like whatever program that Yahoo uses to draft your grade. And I remember they gave me like a C or like a B minus something. And once again, with a few creative trades and waiver wire pickups, there I am in the finals.
There I am in the final.
So they could eat shit.
I feel that it's most of the game, like I think I said last week, and one is really. Oh, that's another one.
That's a couple.
A lot of the game is just paying attention to that little column of percent owned and how many teams in all
I don't
of
even look at
ESPN.
percent owned.
Yeah,
I follow the stats. Just
You
what's
gotta-
important? TDs and yards.
Yeah, a lot of people own garbage. I'm not going to track garbage for a living. Like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you see a dude that's owned in 99.9% of the
Then
league,
somebody already has them, and you
Yeah.
don't.
yeah,
Because you're not going to see that on the waiver
Someone's
wire.
got the first overall draft pick.
Either they have it because he's hurt and they're just using him for a keeper in the last round, or he's gone.
All right, now number one draft pick. Let's talk about this right now. How do you feel about the number one draft pick? Do you really want the number one draft
Like
pick?
first
Do you
overall?
want to pick? Do you want to pick first overall?
Yeah.
And then sit there
Sitting there sucks.
Sitting there.
It's only that you have the best
for
running.
so
You have
long.
one of the
That's
best.
the
running
longest sit of the game. That is the
so
longest.
Long. That's so long.
Because you have your one guy, and if it's not a keeper league, that's it. If you have no keeper, like there's your one guy, and there's you sitting there while all the top 5 positions go.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, especially if you're
Top 10.
10 guys, 12 guys, 14 guys, and up. First pick.
14 is
14 is a shit show.
That is a crowded room, dude.
Could you imagine being 1 in 14 and sitting there? Unreal.
For 30.
The time it gets back
30
around,
guys
like, your
are
best
off.
running back available is like, I don't know.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know.
Yeah, that's your best
Is
running
Powell still
back
playing for the
available.
Jets? Because it might be him.
Oh man.
I would go first though if it was like 10 guy league.
10-guy league.
10
Yeah,
Even
10-guy
12 isn't
league.
bad, but I mean, I don't mind being first if I got the one guy that I want. See, I could take any of the top 5 running backs I could take with the top 5 picks. It wouldn't really matter where I am 1 through 5. If I'm 1, then obviously I'm going to go with who I go with.
Okay.
So I don't mind if I'm getting one of the top guys, I'm getting a guy I want. At that point, you're just hoping he doesn't get hurt during the season, because then it becomes a wasted pick at 1 and you sat there for nothing.
Yeah.
But if he's healthy the whole time, which hardly ever happens, but if he's healthy the whole time, then it pays off and you're fine, and it's worth the wait because you got that guy and he's making production and shit's tight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. See, I think in 2012, our league, I had first overall pick, first time ever in fantasy that I got the first overall pick, and I had
busted your nut.
oh
real
my
quick.
god, I
You're
was
like,
I did so much pre-draft research bullshit and mock drafts, this, that, and the other thing, and I had a whole list set up. I had a pre-draft list,
this,
right?
This and that.
And then I inputted my list into Yahoo, okay? And at my very last player, I don't know how he even got on my list, Ted Ginn Jr. at like player 97, right? And for some fucking reason, the clock starts and it auto drafts my last pick. So I blow first round pick on Ted Ginn Jr. in 2011.
That's
It
ridiculous.
was, and then I sat there for 12 turns came back to me. It was a nightmare, dude. Oh God.
My Lord.
Yeah, could you imagine that?
Terrible.
Oh,
I would have stopped the draft.
And I would have said, okay, hey, wait, hold
driven
on.
to Yahoo
That didn't
headquarters.
happen.
Like,
Yeah.
There's no mulligans in the draft. There's no.
No, there
you know
can
what I mean?
be anything can happen if you got enough money.
I wasn't the commissioner. I don't have a lot of money.
Well, sometimes some things are worth a lot more.
Yeah, I
than
give a real solid reach around, but
money. I hope so.
that's about it.
If you pick first overall this year, according to Matt Barry on ESPN, you're going to pick Adrian Peterson. And then what? The next pick you're going to get is going to be 20 or 21. How's that work?
If you're in 12, you
Math. If you're
In
in
a
a 12-man
10-team
league,
league,
get 10 team league,
10 team
21.
Mhm.
yeah, you get
21.
21. So
20.
you get the one and only Jordy Nelson from the Green Bay
That's fine.
Packers.
I don't care.
Sixth wide receiver.
I mean, if that's best available, you don't have to pick him.
How does Jordy Nelson make it into a top 20 draft pick?
He's a 21st ranked overall player, according to the
That's a nightmare.
the ESPN.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
You pick
Well,
Jordy Nelson the second round.
Or you
Who's
could
22?
Get, or you
Because you
could
get the 22nd too.
Well, no, you. Oh
If
yeah.
it's a snake draft.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Then you get Giovanni Bernard.
Okay.
Okay.
I take Bernard
Okay.
first over
Yeah.
the receiver, but you know,
Uh,
it's not bad because
It's
Rodgers
bad.
is back to healthy. Green Bay, for the most, everybody starts healthy for the most part,
I hope so.
and it's Aaron Rodgers is healthy, so why not? Randy Cobb will be gone, so he's like the second. best
Or
option.
you can reach a little bit for Julio Jones.
There's going to be a
He'll
lot
be
there.
gone by then.
At 20, no.
Julio
no, you
Jones
said-
is 24.
At 20, there's still quarterbacks and running backs on the board probably.
Yeah.
You're just breaking into receivers. There's no reason to draft Jordy Nelson right there.
No, I don't think so.
I take
No,
Julio
all
over
right,
Jordy
all
any day.
right.
I don't think there's any reason to take Jordy Nelson. To tell you the honest truth, I mean you can't go wrong with having Aaron Rodgers as,
True.
as the guy throwing him the ball.
I mean, I get it.
You know, there's a reason why Rodgers is going 12. You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, his number one guy. I would imagine I've never had, I don't think, anyone on Green Bay, so I never had to like pay attention to him for some reason. Yeah. You ever notice that there's certain teams that you just have never...
You kind of just pass them up subconsciously.
Yeah.
You just don't care about them, even though they're great. Like Aaron Rodgers, I've passed on him every year. Never drafted Aaron Rodgers. Never even been on my target list.
The year I won your league, I had Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Awesome.
I actually had the Rodgers to Cobb hookup.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The first incarnation of it, and it was great.
I love incarnations. And one. What's your your favorite quarterback
Mine?
to take? Yeah. Both of you guys. We're talking about quarterbacks.
I mean, if
we're flying from the seat of our
this
pants
year,
just
if I
talking about it.
had a chance to grab a quarterback, depending on where I am.
No, not necessarily this year. I'm talking about just like
I always liked up
like,
until
who
like
was
throughout history,
throughout the history of your
throughout the
fantasy
history of
teams.
my fantasy, the guy that did me the most favors was always Ben Roethlisberger, because I could pick him late, and up until about 2 years ago, he always did really well, fantasy point wise, got his touchdowns, got his yards, rushed every once in a while. You know, I always got great value out of Ben Roethlisberger.
Rape.
Yeah, I would almost. I never draft Roethlisberger, but I mean,
I drafted him once.
I agree
you can get
with
him
you.
late, though, too. It's the best
112.
part. You can
That's
wait
the
on him.
best part of it.
You can wait on it. You can draft all your other guys first, and then you can say, "Oh, Roethlisberger's still there. I'll take him." Yeah, sure.
Oh, sit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take that dude.
I'm gonna go with Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
See, Phillip Rivers has been nothing but trouble for me.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that I lived in San Diego forever, but
San Diego.
yeah, San Diego. Wales vagina.
vagina.
Actually, is correct pronunciation. But I know he had that flunk year where everything really sucked, but that dude, I just love watching him play. He puts up points. He loves to throw the ball.
Loves it.
He's a fucking gunslinger. He hates handoffs.
Yeah.
You can just tell every time he hands it off, he has like a grimace on his face.
He's like, man, I fucking
Can't believe I'm
don't
doing
do
this.
shit again.
The guy wears a bolo tie. I'm drafting you immediately. If you show up in a post-game interview with a bolo tie, you're getting drafted on my
He
team.
consistently wears the bolo
Yeah,
tie.
you're getting
But
drafted.
you know what? He's got the haircut and the look that they could pull off the bolo tie.
Oh
Like
my
he looks
God.
like he should be.
Came out of a fucking JL
playing for
Bean
Texas.
magazine or something.
No, he should be like driving his Ford King Ranch into into Texas Stadium with his bolo tie and his
He's a good old boy.
There's
Johnny
nothing
Texas
better
haircut.
than a polo.
But every pass that guy throws, fucking 20+ yards.
Hey,
He throws a lot of picks though. That's the shitty part.
Hey, Lou.
Huh.
We should try to convince Mike that instead of ties, we wear polo ties for the wedding. How baller is that good?
Bolo ties and J's.
Bolo tie weddings.
Oh,
Sick. Dude,
oh,
I love
these
it.
ideas. See what happens.
Love it.
And one.
And
And
one.
one.
Baby's crying.
And one club shots.
Baby's crying.
Favorite quarterback for me, it's got to be Breezy. You know, I got the opportunity to
love
take
Breezy.
Breezy.
You would love Breezy.
Love
You would love Breezy.
Breezy
This
Tommy.
dude has lived and died by Breezy. I've seen it.
Oh no!
Every year? Is he on the team
Sometimes.
every year?
Almost every year he has
Almost. I've had him.
So
for
people
two-
stop trying to
I had
draft him and just give him to you?
I had him
Let me
for
guess.
2. I had him for 2 years. I had to drop him this year. Who knows?
Breezy. If I draft Breezy, I'll trade him.
he might
Just
come
to keep
back
up
to me.
appearances.
Would you draft Breeze again this year?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll always draft Breeze.
Really?
Why? Even though he doesn't have
Anybody?
well, he's still got Colston. You still got Jimmy. Still got Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy did get that money.
got
Now he's got
Jimmy.
some money.
Jimmy's
He's probably
got that
happy.
money.
He's got
though.
somebody else too. They just picked up in free agency. I don't remember who though, but it wasn't. It was a decent pickup.
Yeah, not good enough to remember, so it's nothing great.
I don't remember anything.
You got Jimmy, that's it, dude.
Well,
And all the money.
Colston's still there, right?
You know, I'm on the fence with Colston.
Marquise. Oh,
Love hate, love hate, love hate.
My trigger Marquise. Got Pierre Tom. My trigger Marquise. That's my trigger.
That's my
That's
trigger.
the homie. Still got Pierre Thomas. Well, no, running back. I'm sorry.
No, that's the thing though. That's why I brought running backs is Breeze will drop back and toss the ball to the running back.
Curry Robinson.
You know what I'm saying? Get all those yards.
Yeah, just toss it back. Breeze,
all those little baby tosses to running backs, and all of a sudden he gets, you get Breeze for
love that.
11 points for a touchdown pass for 1 yard.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
guy runs 90 yards.
That system is dependent on a catching running back. Ever since they had Bush.
I loved it. I got to keep. I got Breeze as my keeper in the second round because I think I believe 2 years ago I picked real late. I love picking late. I love late.
Really?
10 to 12.
Like the 7 spot is my favorite spot.
Really?
7 spot is one of my favorites.
You're right in the middle.
See, I like 4.
4 is good.
4 is real good.
That's
4
right.
is real
But
good.
you're in the same ballpark on the other side of the field. 7 to 12, 10 to 12. You're right there. I get you.
7, you're gonna get real nice. But I feel like from 10 to 12, you're getting a guy, and then if you want, you can reach for somebody.
The next best guy.
Yeah, you can reach for. If you're picking 12th, you're gonna get Aaron Rodgers and Monte Ball. You know?
My God.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Right? Or you could even take Des Bryant. Or you could take
Right.
Aaron
I had
Rodgers
Des
and
last year.
Bryant.
You're getting 2 tops every time.
Oh yeah. If you're picking, I think if you're picking 7 to 12 this year, you're getting 2 tops.
Yeah, you're happy to know
you're getting
I get it.
2 number 1 picks. Because Doug Martin is going 18th overall.
See, I think he had a fluke here last year, but I get it.
Muscle hamster.
I get it.
Muscle hamster.
No, not him. I think the other guy. Who's the other tiny guy?
Little guy?
Little Ray Rice.
I want to say Buccaneers when Martin got injured. Remember Martin played like fucking 5 games last year.
Yeah, and then he blew his
Bobby Rainey.
Bobby Rainey.
Yep.
Rainey.
There you go.
Yeah, Bobby Rainey. The second round looks real nice. You're gonna have Jordy Nelson, Giovanni Bernard, Alshon Jeffrey, Julio Jones.
Because
Antonio
it's
Brown.
such a passing league these past years and this year, there's a lot more depth at receiver, which is nice to have that flex spot that you can invest in.
Have the extra receiver.
Even at running backs too. I mean, every team now has got 2 good running backs.
Yeah.
So you have to have 2.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, it's nice, but it also sucks when they're 2 good ones and they're splitting time.
Oh, that's
right. I get it.
Well, that's the worst part about having
Buffalo is
the
prime example. Like, who do you start each week? Do you start CJ or do you start Freddie?
I think in a situation like that, you have to.
It's gonna be like that in Oakland. Who do you start? McFadden or Jones-Drew?
Oh, that's gonna be the worst.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to start McFadden, even though he fails you 3 years in a row?
And who doesn't want to start Jones-Drew?
Exactly.
The last 2 years have been flukes, but he played for Jacksonville, so how bad was it?
I feel like you can't lose in fantasy this year, though. I mean, 3 years ago, fantasy was so competitive because the talent was very specific. And with the past couple drafts and how successful guys have been out the gate, I mean, you just got talent through round 3 of the draft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You still have Tom Brady going 86.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's
oh my God! I mean, and of course, if you play in that league where the guy picks his favorite,
first round one,
exactly,
and then he blew his knee out that year, and I never did it again.
I mean, depending on your league, you got the guys that are going to pick their favorite player regardless of talent for a second pick. It's like, dude, really?
Have you ever had a guy? We had a guy that loved the Giants so much that he only drafted New York Giants players.
Oh my God!
Like 4 of his guys were Giants.
Yeah,
like he had Eli, he had two of the receivers.
It was his first time ever playing fantasy football, but I couldn't.
He just drafts the team.
Just drafts the team, and then we're like, you know what? You gotta. We'll teach you. We'll kind of, we'll lead you through this. He didn't play again the next year. I don't think he did.
We did not bring.
I avoid my team. Because it's too many heartstrings.
Way too many.
Yeah.
And then when you watch the game, you don't want to fucking root against your guys.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, last year I took the chance on McFadden, and that backfired in my face.
Oh, of course it's
I've done that.
Although I had Streeter, and that was kind of okay. He was a good flex spot.
What about this year? What about
This year,
Sammy Watkins?
Oh, Sammy Watkins.
see, Sammy Watkins has a talent. I just don't trust
I just
trust the
saw
Bills
that.
quarterbacks. That's the problem. And that
What
was
is
my
his
problem.
projection at? I mean, he's got to be drawing some attention.
I would be taking him in like 5th round.
83rd overall, the
before Tom Brady.
36th wide
No.
receiver.
Yeah, you said
Yeah,
Brady was
he's-
97.
Yep. He's before Tom Brady.
Really?
He's an
Before Tom
athletic
Brady.
beast.
Before
But who's gonna
Nick
throw it to him?
Foles.
Is
Before Nick Foles.
Before Nick Foles.
You got to be
Before
kidding me.
Jordan
Oh, my
Cameron.
God, I'm keeping Nick Foles
Before
in the league.
Fred Jackson.
Ooh, but I agree with it.
Before Colin Kaepernick.
I don't, because it's just like, yes, he has the talent. I know this.
He's
I
not a
see it.
quarterback. You don't have to go out there and prove anything. You're a sick receiver. That's all that matters.
Right, but
It's not a quarterback. You have to go out there and prove it. If you're a receiver, you're going out there. You're a monster athlete. You're dominating guys around you.
that's great.
That's Sammy
But
Watkins.
if you have a guy that's not going to be able to get the ball to you, then you're useless.
That is a horrible
Yeah.
idea. That is a horrible fact. That is a horrible.
Well,
fact.
it's the truth though.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
have to have
Yeah.
someone.
It pisses me off.
You have to have somebody that can actually
Right.
throw you the
Yeah.
GD ball.
Yeah.
And after those what is it, 2 or 3 batted down balls in a row, and
Three.
When he
Yeah,
over
three
when he,
bad balls.
yeah. When he
Yeah.
overthrows him by like 10 yards.
Overthrowing is fine. Getting the ball past the line of scrimmage is something that you should be able to do
I mean,
every single
trust me,
fucking time.
EJ, I don't like to go to work early either, man. But sometimes you just got to deal with it. All right. Shit, man.
You got to be the first guy there and the last guy to leave.
You got to be on the and one team.
And one. I'm gonna grab one.
Perfect.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Beer break.
Beer break. Everybody reach for your cold ones. And what?
Sammy. Oh, ish. Listen to this though. Listen to the other. This is according to Matt Barry. Sammy Watkins. The other people he is going before.
And do we love Matt Barry?
Tony Romo.
I do.
I love him.
I love Matt.
I love
He's
Love
all right.
Matt Barry.
Tony Romo. What do you think about that?
Tony
You
Romo.
take
course he's
Sammy
gonna be
Watkins
fucking
before
dude.
Tony Romo.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
serious? Are you being real with me right now?
Honestly, I would
Tony
never
Romo?
draft Tony Romo, dude.
Oh,
Never
my
draft him.
God.
If he was available on waivers and I needed him for a bye week,
Yeah.
maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Tony Romo is
And only
going
if I
to
had-
give you
if only
the
if I had a
numbers
handcuff.
that you need to win.
If I drafted him out of spite,
If
he'd
the-
sit on my bench the whole season.
I would put him in IR
Because that's where he belongs.
because that's where he belongs.
Oh
No,
my God.
Jay Cutler, Russell Wilson.
Cutler throws a lot.
Russell Wilson is outrageous. He's going before Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but the one
Russell
year,
Wilson
the
is
year
going
ahead,
14
Russell
quarterback.
Wilson, he was great, and I got to the finals with him. The year after, I kept him because I got him late, and he was. I mean, he went to the Super Bowl and won, but fantasy wise, it was nothing. Yeah, I mean, he would barely score like 18, and as high as he was projected to be drafted and everything, just didn't do it for me.
No.
Not your prototypical fantasy quarterback.
And Sammy Watkins going before D'Angelo Williams. My trigger, D'Angelo Williams.
Man, I can't get on that train,
Man,
dude.
he
I never liked
helped
D'Angelo
me
Williams.
so much.
What?
He did. It was funny. It was in
How'd you lose?
the one. Yes.
Helped you lose.
Helped me.
I know that.
He helped me be the #1 loser. He took me to the Toilet Bowl championship, and
Did you get the
he
Sacco with him?
rose the trophy with me because he did nothing all season. But then, week what? How many weeks it goes to like week
14?
15?
Let's say 14, 15?
Like
yeah,
15?
something like that.
like weeks like 13, 14, 15, he just fucking was like, oh, I'm gonna play some football, you know, and got me my money back. Good, man. That's what I need. My money back. Jordan Cameron.
Before Jordan Cameron?
Yeah, before Jordan
Cameron. To me,
Cameron.
he's like the number 3 tight end out there for me.
Then
I like Jordan Cameron.
number
like
7 tight end. Jason Witten is going before
After
Jordan
Gronkowski,
Cameron.
after Gronkowski and Graham, everybody's in like a lump.
Do you think Gronkowski's going to be legit this year?
If he stays healthy,
if he stays healthy,
and that you can't count on it because he's a fucking idiot.
I'm going to tackle this guy with my forehead. Fucking dumb asshole.
I'm gonna drop this dude into the turf.
I'm gonna
now I don't
take
have
this
it
guy
open.
with a bag full of broken bottles.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's that.
I'm gonna ride on top of this limo.
That could be the sleeper value matchup is the Brady and Gronkowski, because no one's gonna want to touch Brady after last year.
Gronkowski
I
will go
had
before
him.
Brady.
Was Brady not good last year? I mean, he's never on my team.
Brady
didn't have Westwekwa to throw to. Westwekwa.
He was sort of a bunch of fucking jabronis.
Yeah, but he still got his points.
He's sick,
though.
though.
He still got his
He
points.
didn't. I mean, I would never in a million years draft Tom Brady just because he's like the arch nemesis. He's the Darth Vader to my Luke Skywalker, dude. You know
Darth Vader was too cool to be Tom Brady.
I agree with that also.
I would say Tom Brady is the Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, dude.
To,
oh my God.
Nobody Tom Brady is Jar Jar Binks. And one. And one cum shots. That's going to be the best thing ever.
Honestly, if that doesn't go viral like an hour ago already, I'm fucking shocked.
Like, can we get
You're welcome, world.
Can we get and one cum shots trending worldwide right now?
Hashtag and one cum shots.
Going Twitter
Hashtag. I mean, I put Instagram, Twitter, whatever you do.
Instagram, Twitter, Vine, and one cum shots.
And one cum shots. Bubble scooch.
Bubble scooch.
Just yell fake Italian names when you do it.
Forget about it.
And one.
And one. That's 2. Do you guys mock draft?
Nope.
Do you ever do that?
Yeah, like I was saying, the one year I had the first round pick, I mock draft my mind out, and I swore it off from that point. I was sour about it. Played a year without it. Didn't win the championship. Did great. Last year, the year I won, I did 2 mock drafts, only because my brother-in-law, he's an analytics, like a big-time analytics guy. So he shows up to my house with a program that he designed to, like, do all these mock drafts and rankings, and he's trying to talk to me like I know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay? And so I did a couple mock drafts with him, and it's just really boring. It's so boring. Like, why mock draft? Because it's boring. Wow. And the results aren't real. You don't get that team. Like, sick, I have this team. I mean, it's... Why? Why?
And it's just like, it's...
Unless I took all of your brains and put them into my computer and like, this is how Louis is going to draft. This is how Paul.
And who are you drafting against? You're drafting against like an algorithm mostly.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a chat room kind of thing. But
yeah.
At that point,
but have you ever done it before?
How many times? No, but like how many of the other guys are just going out there like, let's see if I do it like this and just draft like weird. And then you're trying to figure your shit out while this guy's just being an asshole, and it's just like, well.
So the way Yahoo does it is strictly off of the way they rank everybody. So you're the only one drafting. Everybody else you're drafting against would be like you're being.
That's the way they base their grades of your draft at the end too.
Oh,
exactly.
ESPN is
based
like a
on
live
best value.
It's like live
That's fantastic. That would be so much.
Where you mock draft against other people.
Other people mock drafting.
But when they exit out of it, because like most people just be in. Well, when I did it the other night, I think there were only me and 3 other of the 10 guys in the snake draft that were there at. No, I didn't feel like I needed to. I knew them all personally. No.
Okay.
No, I didn't know any of them. It just said Buffalo Snake Draft. I'm like, okay, let's go.
That sounds dangerous.
Okay, let's go. And there were only like 3 or 4 of us left at the end, but everyone kind of got out after like the 6th round.
Yeah, because then it gets just kind of like weird.
Yeah, but those are the rounds that count.
Yeah,
those
they are the rounds that
crucial
count.
rounds.
Those are
But they're
rounds
also
that
the
count.
rounds that are entirely dependent on what chances everybody else is taking.
I think exactly.
And if the computer is just spitting out best available, then you're not really getting an accurate tell of how your league is developing. Because you can tell who's stacking who and who's taking what based on what they're trying to do, and it's just like,
yeah, but those garbage rounds will save your ass in the middle of the season.
Because that's all your trade bait too.
Oh, that's definitely trade bait. That's where you pick up the handcuff for the guy that can't grab fucking what's his face?
Michael Bush for Forte, or
It's when you trade 2 players for 1 injured player. It's great.
Yeah,
That's a great deal.
That's a great.
Louis knows all about that.
Yep.
2 players for 1
Dude,
player.
I got
raped his ass last year in trades.
Oh my lord!
my
Who was it? Who was it? It was.
I gave you Marquez Colston.
He gave me. That's the best.
Oh, my trigger marquees.
I gave him Marquez Colston and
Who was Roddy?
and
Waddy
Waddy White
The week before he goes on IR.
for Josh
White.
Gordon and Le'Veon Bell. And I proceeded to meet him in the finals,
Ouch.
which he ultimately ended up beating me. But
Still,
I raped him so hard in that trade.
I gave you 2 studs.
And he got nothing.
Nothing in return.
Nothing in return. And I laughed, and I laughed, and I laughed.
You know what happens? So how many? Do you guys play multiple leagues? What do you do? You
Yes,
tap
I
out
play
at
3.
2? Do you 3? Can you go 4? Like where do you
I
tap
do
out?
3.
4, I feel like my head would explode. But 3 is like my insane potential, because once you get like mid-season, you start forgetting whose players are on which
Right.
one of your fantasy
Right.
teams. Like you had that guy, but at the same time, you might have that guy in that team, but you're also playing that guy in 1 or 2 other leagues. So you're just like, yeah, no, fuck, great, shit, nah. And it's like it's just a mixed. I mean, it does teach you kind of how to be like unconscious about it and really just remove yourself from the emotional aspect of it. But the emotional aspect of it is what drives you to compete. So it's kind of a mixed bag.
See, I put myself to sleep last year. I normally play at least 2 leagues, if not 3. Last year,
Only
I kind of backed myself into 1 league, my own league that I'm commissioner of, and I think that's why I was I wanted to be the greatest commissioner, right? And so I played with 1
I'm
league.
gonna be the best commissioner I can be, man.
I was the worst. I am the worst commissioner. I'm kind of thinking of passing the torch on to somebody just so I can have more fun.
I think the commissioner should change every couple of
I
years.
agree. I think it should change this year.
Yeah, we can rotate
So-
it. I'll take it off your
All
hands.
right, all right, that sounds great. But either way, I feel like because I only played 1 league, all I got to stare at was my lineup. That's it.
You're like,
So I was making trades just to just to be doing something that has to do with fantasy.
Yeah,
Right.
just anything.
Yeah. Who wants to trade me?
Would you ever join a league with people that you didn't know, like one of those just random ass like ESPN free leagues that they have?
Yeah, I joined an invite from a person I didn't know. I thought it was just like an online dating thing at first, but it was
You're like,
fantasy.
cool, man. I love
Yeah.
fantasy. Like,
That's
so you got
great.
a football
Oh, you like
fantasy?
fantasy
Like,
Yeah, but
Alright, yeah.
it was actually
Cosplay.
ESPN one, and it was like you said, one of those.
and
public-
one.
Yeah, it was probably honestly the most competitive fantasy league I've ever in. With a bunch of
Really?
strangers.
Just a bunch of
I mean-
people.
You
I
don't
mean-
give a fuck about each other. You're just going
the
at it.
message boards blowing up, super competitive, tons of shit talking. No money league, just for shit.
Just shit talking. Just,
Yeah.
I fucking hate
Playing
you.
for
Yeah, and no one held back. I mean, there was some shit talking, dude. And I was like,
Like,
what are these people,
Well, when you
man?
can be anonymous behind a thing, you'll just say whatever the fuck you damn well please.
Yeah, right.
America.
You're fucking right.
And one.
Imagine if you had
Yeah.
a Facebook that had like no photo and no name, but you could just post it anonymously, and it would be
Exactly.
up, like that's how fucking raw these dudes were.
Oh my.
Oh, so you mean
God.
Twitter?
I make fake fucking things.
Yeah.
You know, Hans Sprungfeld,
Yeah. I came in last place in that league, dude.
too, because they just butt fucked you.
It was brutal.
Oh.
I had a good team, but they just wow. I'm actually don't talk
It's
about
all
it.
about matchups.
You're like, I don't wanna talk
Sometimes you can
about
have
it.
like a mediocre team and just luck out on matchups every week. Like you're catching every good
Yeah.
team on their buys,
Oh yeah.
and it's just like you just luck out in that. Because I've had a couple of years like that. right? My being the last stop
But-
down there.
Yeah, because you caught man. That's the best. That's really the. I feel that it's the waiver wire. The first couple weeks is the most fucking important time that you really have.
Yeah, first 4 weeks of waiver wire when people are going down and people are coming up.
That's why
and then the unexpected show up.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
what it
mind.
is.
I don't mind losing the first week. Lose really bad week one because then
Yeah.
you're just gonna have whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want off of the waiver wire. You know, you're gonna see that rookie that is like, oh my god, I didn't know they were gonna fucking use that dude like that. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, oh, they're gonna use it all year.
You're like some undrafted dude out
He
of
caught
nowhere.
those 2
killing
touchdown
it,
passes
you
for 120 yards.
It was amazing. It was,
Oh my god!
oh my lord, it was like the best thing ever. I don't know.
I just want to thank God and my family. And just want to thank my airline sponsorships.
Oh. First off, yo, I want to just say, thank you to God, to great, everything. Couldn't have done this without him. They all think.
I like
They all
it.
think,
I love it, but
it's great. I just think it's fake.
we get it.
Yeah, like we get
What
it.
I really want is someone to say, just thank like some like dead god from somewhere. Like I'd like to thank Zeus for this.
Yeah, I
Just
got.
be like really like an asshole about it.
I want someone to just take all the credit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'd like to thank myself.
Yo, honestly, my hands were on fire today. Like everything, I just caught everything around me. I think I caught the flu. I don't even know. You know what I mean?
And one.
Man, I caught this dude's
And
breath.
one you caught the.
Man,
I stole everybody's hearts along with this game.
yeah. I mean, because we've had guys like Ocho Cinco's and Terrell Owens and but they just never
Talk
a lot of shit talking, but weren't just when the game was over and you were the man. I want you to just say you were the man instead of talking.
That's why I
shit.
like Michael
Oh,
Sherman
man.
because he don't give a fuck.
Man, fuck that guy, dude. What? He don't. Yeah,
Richard
he's
Sherman.
just
excuse me,
another.
Richard Sherman.
He's just another Ocho. He's just another Terrell. He's nothing.
What do you mean he's nothing?
He's nothing.
He's the shutdown corner of the league,
He's not
dude.
dude. Whatever,
Oh, my
dude.
God, dude. Dude's the
I'm
best.
so over the word shutdown. First of all, you do your job. Congratulations, dude. That's what you paid millions of dollars to do.
Yo, 'cause it's
Shutting it
rare
down,
because
yo.
Like, who celebrates doing their job every day? You are doing my job today.
Yo,
Well, shut the fuck up, dude.
Great. I celebrate doing my job every day.
Shit.
my job is celebrating.
Do you guys do one quarterback, two quarterbacks? What's your preference?
Just one.
What?
2 is dumb.
What do you mean? Oh, and the actual line, the official line.
Yeah, in the official
Oh,
lineup.
I
There's
mean,
one
you
quarterback,
only
you got
draft
two
one quarterback.
quarterbacks.
No, I'll draft
that's-
2. I'll
that's
draft
a good
somebody.
question.
Like,
That's
Dude.
crazy, dude.
That's a good
Holy
question
shit.
too, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't like the 2 quarterback.
You don't
league.
like two quarterback leagues? Have you ever done one?
No, but I just
No.
can't imagine they're like.
This guy's all about hating things he's never done before.
No, well, that's America. It's the American way. What's that? Fuck that. I don't like it.
What's that? Fuck them.
I don't understand it. Fuck that.
What are you doing? That's stupid. Dad.
No.
Jesus Christ.
That's funny. That is America. I don't understand.
I don't understand, so fuck it.
Like
It's funny though, because people with fantasy are like that though.
Really true.
People are very like that.
I like what I like,
If
and I
they
don't what I don't.
if they don't know it, they just
And I'm
shun
pretty
it.
sure that's a country.
I love how we all just become like fucking sports experts.
Oh yeah.
Like over opinionated, totally
Oh, yeah.
locked in stone in our opinions. And I mean, I'm the same way, and I love it. I fucking love talking. Like I know everything I'm talking about is so righteous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Before.
but you're in last place, and you have no
Yeah,
experience.
you're trying to justify drafting 3 kickers
Yeah. Right.
in the 6th week.
No, seriously. I got 3 because one of them's gonna get hot.
Yeah.
I know.
I got
Someone's
2
gonna get
kickers
hot.
on the back burner for trade bait.
Yeah, you got to. I think really kickers are the best trade bait. Are you kidding me right now?
Dude, last year, you could have traded Rob Baronis.
My kicker in your league kept me in a lot of games.
He was outright. He was scoring 13 points a game.
He kept me in a lot of games.
At a modest scoring level too. He was that high up.
Yeah.
He was good.
Those leagues that have the whole like you get 5 points for the 50-yarder and shit like that. I was in one where it was you got 3 points regardless. Irregardless for a for an field goal.
Attempt?
No, just for a field goal. We actually got
3 points for an extra point?
3 point, not for an extra point. No, just
for a field goal.
Oh, okay.
For a field goal.
What a field goal is worth.
Yeah, what a field goal is worth.
I get you.
But if it was from 40 yards, you got 4 points, and if it was from 50 yards, you got 5 points. But if that shit was like longer, you got more points for that shit, man. Oh my god.
Well, because it doesn't happen as often. No,
it
does.
I think it's happening more often.
There's 3 guys in the league that can kick a 60-yard field goal. 2 guys in the league.
I could.
I'm gonna actually. I think there's more than 6 guys. There's more than 6
in a
kickers.
game time situation. Well,
they'll kick 60 yards.
Reliably. Janikowski and Matt Prater. Those are the only 2 that reliably kick 60-yarders.
Who's the Buffalo Bills guy?
Dan Carpenter.
No, the other kid, Hopkins, the long kicker.
He hasn't played yet.
No,
he played in the preseason game the other day. He kicked that shit out of the end zone like every time.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna kick this shit out of the end zone. Yeah, I think everyone is kicking it out of the end zone.
Far as hell.
Like now. Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't want anyone to get hurt.
That's really bothersome. That's annoying.
I don't.
It's fine.
Yeah, if you're gonna just kick it in the end zone every time, just start the play.
Yeah, just start the
play.
play.
Just skip it.
Play, yeah.
It's an excuse for a commercial break. Let's kick it off. Cut to commercial. Come back like, why am I watching you kick this off? What the fuck's the point of that?
Speaking of commercials, we've gone through right now. We're getting close to an hour
sponsor time
of our show, and that means only one thing, ladies and gentlemen. I've been getting some angry text messages from the Michelob Anheuser-Busch Brewing Company. They're mad because we went through a good amount of our show, and what the hell is that noise? Oh, shit.
I believe it's a conditioner of air.
He sneaks up here, and I can't believe it. Michelob Anheuser Brewing Company, they sponsor the show. We didn't do any Michelobs yet. They're very upset with us. They don't like it when we get here, huh? Hey. So, as we have to do every single week, even when we don't do the show at this time, even when we're alone by ourselves, doing whatever we do, and we're alone by ourselves, let me tell you something. Yeah. You don't want to know what I do when I'm alone and by myself. Michelob. Rest assured, man-child, that bear's on its period.
Michelob. Did I ever tell you about the time I lived a full and complete life?
Michelob. Saving for a rainy day, old sushi, and bottle openers that have been shoved up a stripper's foxhole. Michelob.
Michelob. I once loved a man.
Michelob. Even though I've been traveling, I still wear these same pair of socks.
Michelob. When the world goes about without you.
Michelob. I'm a virgin, but penises don't scare me.
Extra. Read all about it. Michelob.
Michelob. I make homemade hotel bath soaps.
Michelob, it'll only cost us $50.
Michelob, I've seen babies at that bar.
Michelob, if you walk away, I'll keep calling you.
Michelob, those poor homeless people.
Michelob, can I donate my semen to public broadcasting?
Michelob, that late night text that you debated sending and then sent it.
Michelob, you can't cross broads unless it's public access.
Michelob, she calls the night terrors, I call it ninja sex.
And one. Michelob, assexing public broadcasting.
Oh.
Michelob, well, that's one way to lose a pinky ring.
Michelob, test me for whatever you want.
Michelob, train's coming. Melancholy solutions?
Michelob. Hello, front desk. This shower has no toilet paper.
We peed in the shower at the casino. It's funny that you said that.
Michelob.
Michelob, my cousin married her.
Michelob. Butt pirate is so historically inaccurate. It's butt buccaneer.
Buttoneer. Michelob, I wanted to fuck her, but she was a cabbage.
Michelob, I wish the flushing sound didn't ruin the acoustics in here.
Michelob, you mashed the potatoes with what?
Michelob, I only fuck at buffets. Megalobe, if you're so allergic to goat, why'd you eat so much goat?
Michelob, well, can't use that chair again.
Michelob, for the public bathroom toilet paper, that really gets a cut.
Megalobe, they call me cheese knife.
Michelob, I love that I'm also your inspiration.
Megalobe, white chicks love them.
Michelob, is that a mirror or is that me?
Megalobe, at least your rapist uncle took you to Pages. Megalobe, I like things a specific way.
Michelob, that's why I fear helicopters.
Michelob, just take her to ice cream after you slap her.
Megalobe, you can shit forever, Charlie Brown. Megalobe, not that kind of midget porn. Megalobe, misleading the children and spawning rituals taken to a whole new level.
Michelob, breast milk does not taste as cool as you thought it would.
Megalobe, I draft according to dick size. Oh.
Michelob. Michelobe. Oh, yeah? Well, you try buying livestock while being a registered sex offender.
And our internet submissions for this week from John Braskus, Mike Dorsey. Let's see, guys. I have one picked out for best, one for worst. I'm gonna say that my best comes from John Braskus. Megalobe. I feel it coming. I'm gonna burp it.
Was that it?
No,
Thanks, John Braskus.
Yeah,
I like the reenactment there.
Megalobe looks like a young Lionel Richie. And Dorsey's is Megalobe. I still call my addict Cockloft. So I don't know. I think it might have to go to John.
Oh, Cockloft is a good one.
Yeah, that's...
All right, Cockloft wins. Dorsey, you win. 2 weeks in a row he wins. So awesome.
Solid submissions.
So awesome. Dorsey is the winner. Good submissions. Get more. There should be more, but I didn't get onto Facebook in time or something. Who knows? I work in the goddamn country where there's no. It's terrible. Technology.
I stare at a machine and think to myself.
what kind of through that head? Ow, I don't know.
That's when I thought of the livestock one.
This
So
fucking machine's not working for me anymore.
Hey, this freaking machine, huh? Hey,
What is this? Like
It's
a
like a-
Capicola?
what is this? A freaking something over here? Come
It's
on.
like a metaphor for my life.
What do you guys like to do? Do you
Masturbate.
feel that?
Masturbate.
Oh, of course. Well, without saying, goes without saying.
But I mean, is it with your eyes closed? Or from the spank bank or with porn?
It has to be with porn. Have you ever
Really?
tried going just from the
Dude.
spank bank?
Oh my god! I'm
Maybe you've had a
strictly off
lot.
the spank bank.
Maybe you've had a lot better
You're a
sex
better man
than I
than I
had.
I think well, I mean, it's not. I think my spank bank is more based on imagination than it is really like.
It also helps having lived in
Imagination.
California for so long.
Yeah.
And you live
Ample-
around all the Brazzers porn stars.
Yeah,
Sophie D
yeah.
is your
It's
neighbor.
not, I mean, when you slept with over 100 people, it's your spank bank's pretty sick.
You've had sex with over 100 people?
No, yeah, easily. You guys haven't done like if you guys ever had that night where you're drunk and you're like, I wonder how many people I've had sex with, and then you start recalling, you're like, oh my god, and you keep going on and on. Like there was this one night that sucked, this one night that was a bummer. So night you're going through all these like most of them are really negative experiences, but for some reason you had sex with that person.
A person.
Or,
not really being specific.
I mean, just I mean, if it doesn't speak English, I mean, whatever. I'm not judging, dude.
It has to be a person.
Yeah.
Megalobe. If it doesn't move, it doesn't count.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, just because they were asleep doesn't. Who cares?
Yeah, just because they didn't feel anything, it doesn't really fucking matter, right?
Like I said, she calls it night terrors.
I
call it ninja sex.
I call it ninja sex. Do you like to? Do you feel that you need to go running back in the first 2 rounds?
We're back to fantasy now.
All right.
Okay. Fantasy football.
Right back there. Yeah.
Right.
No innuendo in that.
Yeah, no, like running back to back.
So round 1, round 2, or round 2, round 3?
Round 1, round 2.
It depends on what you're picking.
No, it doesn't. It's a preference,
If I'm late,
It's preference.
if I
preference, baby.
if
Ooh.
if I'm late, if I'm late,
then you're gonna get that shit
round,
taken care of.
that I'm doing. If I'm late in the first round, I'm doing best wide receiver and then running back.
Late in the first round, best wide receiver is not going until the second round.
Yeah, why you're taking wide receiver first round pick?
I'm talking like 10, 11, 12.
10, 11,
so why would you
10,
take
11,
quarterback,
12,
running back,
10, 11,
quarterback?
12 is Foster, Breeze, Rogers. 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. Like I said, the
those
talent's
are
so deep.
interchangeable. I mean, I never consider QB just because you can get away with waiting on a QB. You don't have to have a QB. You don't need to blow a draft pick.
How many games did you lose to Peyton Manning last year? Every time you played that team,
He's
who had
gone.
that
He's
quarterback-
gone like number 5, dude. Maybe 8,
7.
7. I mean, whatever.
7.
7.
There's
7.
Wide receivers going third round.
in the competitive leagues that I'm in.
Wes Weckwa is going in the
He's
third
going.
round.
Wes Welker.
Wes Weckwa. Pierre Garçon is going in the second. Sorry. Third round.
Well, yeah,
Vincent
Garcon's pretty
Jackson,
good. He's the number one
Andre
first.
Johnson.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey. You got all these guys going third rounds.
Where Fitzgerald.
Where are we?
Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz.
Yo, I've had Victor Cruz almost every year for the last.
You
10
have.
years.
You never traded him either,
Cruz
dude.
missile.
Yeah.
Missile, man.
That's my trigger right
Too bad
there.
last year
I like
sucked.
that. I like that.
Yeah, he was pretty average last year, dude.
Well, because Eli Manning's such a big fat dick.
See, that makes me so worried
Down
about Sammy.
syndrome.
Eli the Savant.
Eli the Savant!
Seriously, he goes out there. He looks like a football savant.
He does. Yeah, he's
He
special.
doesn't look like
looking.
he can spell his name, but
He can play 3
can
different
throw
games
a-
of chess
a-
at
Did you
once.
see his post-game interview? Oh, yeah, look up my boy! He's like a baby Mike Tyson. Yeah.
I think.
Got Benjamin Button syndrome.
Yeah, right. Waddy White is going in the 4th round, according to Matt Barry.
But by all means, let Louis draft a wide receiver at the end of the first round. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it means like AJ Green, then sure. Yeah, so shut the fuck up.
Again, personal preference.
Personal
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 preference.
preference.
You're allowed to have your own
about your
personal
draft
preference.
plan.
I think it's the most fun thing.
You have to live in the moment.
Isn't it so fun?
It's so much fun. The draft
God.
in Kielbasa
You know,
Crown Pierogies.
And that's also the good part about being in 3 leagues is that you can have 3 entirely different drafts. Just based on like
the
whims.
best
alone.
is the 3rd draft.
Do you sacrifice one draft as a guinea pig when you play
I think
3?
you have
I did last year. I did the one draft where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see what happens. I ended up coming in second place in that draft too.
Yeah. Alright.
But that one meant $100, so I was like, yeah, work.
Hell yeah, we're
Yeah.
N1, N1, N1,
Money, yeah, N1s.
Wee. Oh no, I'm feeling that too. Here, I'm gonna pee into this can, and then you can take it down there.
Take
Take it down there, man. We in my family league, we were originally set to go to an auto draft
Yeah.
for a snake draft. like completely just get rid of the draft. My brother, the commissioner, was just like, we want to make sure that people start trading, and people will really trade if you have an auction. Or no, I'm sorry.
So the auto draft encourages trades. Yeah. Because you didn't get the people you wanted.
Right, exactly.
Gotcha.
So then I immediately went to the league and say, hey, we got to stop this bullshit.
You just draft the people you want.
Yeah, drafting is the best part of the motherfucker.
It is motherfucking gorgeous. It's a gorgeous experience.
It's freaking gorgeous over here. And now it got turned to a live snake draft, which would be nice. It's over the internet. I think the over the internet drafts are a lot easier.
Oh, than a live board draft?
Than a live,
like having the guys over.
Yeah.
And like
having the guys over is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but then you like, what do you go to Walmart and get like a fucking poster board and
right?
Yeah, scribble all over it.
Throwing darts at it and shit like that. Yeah, we always try to have some kind of someone that can actually like handwrite well, do the actual board. But I think everyone tends to just have everyone uses the same exact ESPN sheet.
Yeah, man.
For their drafts. Everyone's picking just about the same person until you get to those like later rounds where. Most fucking important, but at least internet, all of that, and almost like you don't research.
Right there.
Yeah, it's giving you ranks right there, and you can even. I'm almost fucking lord for this shit.
Oh, I had no idea Jared Boykin was ranked fifth. Yeah, you're fucking taking top dudes without even caring. You know?
Yeah, right.
And again, that comes back to like you have your own personal plan. So I mean, last year and most years, I'll have my sheet, my draft sheet, the ideal sheet, as if no one else has magically drafted these guys.
Exactly. It's like everyone's listening to Matt Berry's podcast and reading.
So you're scratching off Matt Berry's list as soon as it goes down, / your list. And then, you got your ESPN or Yahoo list next to it. And like, oh, who's left in between this and between my turn? You compare that top person with who's left on your list. And you're like, oh, yeah, it's fucking, it's great. It's so great. It's so great that my friend was so dedicated to his draft that he fucking drafted on his cell phone driving to San Francisco from LA.
That's awesome.
Like, illegal, not to be allowed to be on your phone in traffic, not to mention driving from LA to San Francisco is a death wish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this dude makes his draft, a draft is what, a 45-minute experience? Online?
Online it is.
Online.
It takes way
Especially, I think I said it like, you get 2 minutes per turn, per round.
Oh my God!
Oh, so much time.
That's so bad.
And my friend's calling me, you know what I mean, from his car, so we didn't have to use his phone. Car phones, right?
Nice. I didn't know they had those. Right?
These kind of technology things.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Nowadays, but he's like, dude, I'm drafting in my car just because I love this league so much, and like that just goes to show like fantasy football is. It's just everything right now.
It's everything.
It changed my life.
It's so much better
It changed my football watching experience.
Oh,
definitely.
Amen to that.
I didn't know shit about football.
Now I know everything.
I watched
If it wasn't Bills, it was fucking scum to me.
Yeah, like, I don't want to watch that. But then also that's like what
Who cares about these other games?
Because before, I mean...
Could you imagine 5 years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Like watching a Minnesota-Seattle game? You're like, yeah, great. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, who cares about this shit? No, what about like fucking 15 years ago without really the internet? Yeah, without streaming games on the internet and without the fucking Sunday ticket package, you had to watch,
what they
the
gave
shitty games. Yeah, like, oh, we're going to fucking give you this one and one. And now with everything, we can just see it all.
Oh,
the
great.
fucking Red Zone channel.
The Red Zone channel is great.
I love just watching Sunday at home by myself, being anti-social as a motherfucker, but you just get to get your sheet out and you look at it.
You get some food spread. You got a food spread going on in front of you. You got the beers.
Double dip.
Got fucking beers. You could double dip.
Got my Zubaz on, and
I love my Zubaz, dog.
Just watching it, man. I've almost wore out a hole. I can't wait till I wear out a hole in the Zubaz.
Dude,
you gotta get a fresh pair this year.
Almost picked up a new pair. Almost got a new pair yesterday. Super Zubats.
Oh.
Because my Bills ones have been through some seasons, dude.
Yeah, man. I think you gotta wear holes in them. They're not Zubats.
You don't take those off.
They're not sweatpants unless it's got a hole in the crotch, man.
It's airflow, man.
It's airflow.
Circulation.
Ventilation, man. Cockhole, man.
You don't have to waft on your own fart.
No, man. You don't. You
Let it rip.
just let it rip. Grip it and rip it. Like John Daly once said.
Rip it and rip it.
Grip it and rip it.
In one.
Now, Chauncey, have you ever done have you ever done an auction draft?
No.
Do you always do snake drafts?
Yeah, I
think
actually have. All snake drafts.
Getting back to, again, like the way that fantasy football players are just very scared about everything they don't know. I feel that...
Yeah, I'm completely ignorant to it. I have no idea what that is.
I am also. But I also hate
so much fun. Yeah, everybody hates on it, though. Everyone I've come across with it.
On snake drafts or auction drafts?
Auction drafts. I try to say, like, yo, let's just try one.
Oh,
Like, I don't know. I've never done one before.
Enlighten me.
I understand.
I'm the commissioner, ready, set, go.
The auction draft is a better way because you have so much more control over who's on your team. You get $200. If you want AP and Jamal Charles, you want number 1 or number 2, you can take number 1 and number 2.
But you're going to pay.
You're going to pay for them, and then you have to, like, spend $1 on each other player that's coming down. You know, every single one of your other guys.
If you are stuck to your plan,
more money, like who has more money wins.
No, it's fake money.
Everybody gets like $200 in
Yeah.
fake money, and you bid on your players. So if this is the team you want, and you structure it as such within the auction sort of confines of it, and you want that team, you can go and get what team you think will get you the gold.
Wow.
Or you can fuck over the guys.
Or you can also like,
and you
because
can
it's an
get
auction.
dudes for next
So
to no
you can
money.
jack the price up on nobodies that somebody wants and
just
fuck them
because
over
they don't
too.
have enough money.
So
for
there's strategy and stuff involved to
So
it.
as commissioner, you can preset the cost per player.
No,
No.
it's
No,
pure.
it's
You're bidding.
a live
it's
auction,
Like,
like,
it's a live auction.
I want
You're
Drew
bidding
Brees
it.
for $1.
You bid $1 at a time.
And then I'll bet $2.
Yeah, but usually you start off with like first round guys. Like your first round guys are usually worth like $50 to $60. Your second round guys are worth usually
$20.
around maybe like 30 or 40. You know, and then like it goes down like that. Like instead of like rounds, it's each guy has like
So does it
has
come in
cost
turns?
value.
Because
It comes in terms of who you put up. You can just put up whoever you want.
So first round overall, you can only put up one at a time.
Yeah, like one guy, like you're first up in the auction draft. You're like, all right, I'm gonna put up fucking Adrian Peterson. And you're like, I want him for $50, you know. And then if someone wants to pay more than $50 for him, they're gonna pay more than $50 for him, you know. But you can also do it the reverse way and be like, well, in the first round, I'm just gonna pick up my kicker and all the guys that are gonna go for like next to nothing. And then
I'll pick up
have
like
all my money to get some studs.
for $2.
Yeah, not even $2 sometimes. Like kickers,
Less
and
than
defenses,
$1?
and tight ends are like $1. It has to at least be $1. But are you the kind of person that for your there's a school of thought, defenses, tight ends, kicker, those are your last 3 rounds?
No.
Is that how you feel?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No.
I pick honestly, dude. I throw tight end in before I pick sometimes my second or third receiver. So I'll put my tight end in.
If you got guys out there available, I
fourth
would agree
round,
with that entirely.
4th round, 5th round, tight end time, because I don't want
some Jamoke as a fucking tight end.
Yeah, man, because that spot fucks you over.
A tight end sometimes saves you.
The thing is if you can get if you get a good early tight end, and you can clean up on a tight end that might get hot later in the season, that if you play a flex position, to play 2 tight ends is a great thing.
I've done that many a time.
It's the worst thing. It will never work for you. Because that's what I did last year. Is I took 3 fucking tight ends. And I was like, I'm gonna do a tight end,
the wrong tight end.
I'm gonna do a fucking
So they're also good to trade. They're also good to trade. If you got more than 2, I mean, last year I think
tight ends do make trades because there's always somebody out there that needs a better tight end.
Yeah, man.
You guys go. I gotta.
And that's what it is with tight ends. I mean, outside of, like I said, the top, like you got the top 2, Gronkowski and Graham. and then you have like the middle of the road.
I mean, I
guys.
disagree with the top two off the bat, but anyway, I get it.
I'm just talking about like I'm talking about like all-purpose, like
Sure.
This is like what ESPN tells you to think. There's Graham Gronkowski, and then there's like you got your Jordan Camerons, your Jordan Reeds, Jason Wittens, guys like that.
Those guys.
Outside of those people, there's not much left out there. I mean, you got you're taking shots on guys, and usually the tight ends are the younger.
You really
guys.
are, right?
So mid-season, there's always somebody that like they don't necessarily might need a tight end, but they could really use a good tight end to make up for some other shortcoming that they might have. And the next thing you know, you got great trade bait to get your team over the edge.
Yeah, and I want an active player before I want trade bait, but I mean with tight end it's a win-win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because
that's why I'm confident going early.
You can get an active player for a tight end, but there's the top 5 guys, and then there's like everybody else.
Right, and one.
Yeah, and one. And for the guys that have everybody else, if you have one of those top 5 guys, and you want to ship them out, and you have to have somebody else on your bench, another one of those other tight ends, you can put the tight end in and get value at the place where you need it. Like, say your running back got injured. I would trade away my top tight end, rely on my secondary tight end, and get the running back because he's going to get more points back.
Yeah.
Same thing with your number 1 wide receiver. I'll trade my number 1 tight end for a number 1 wide receiver any day, put in somebody else, and get the value where I can get the more potential for points.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like the tight end carries this nostalgic trade bait quality to it, to where you can get someone to trade you their quarterback if you throw a tight end into the trade.
Yeah.
Not one for one.
If you're doing a 2-man trade, you have to. It's almost automatic that you're considering a tight end. And
it's so juicy, right?
Always juicy.
It's
always
juicy. It's so juicy.
Biggie Smalls juicy. That's what it is.
It is. I don't give. I mean, whether you won last year or not, you probably thought about or acquired a tight end in a trade because it's fucking juicy.
Somewhere.
I've given one up. I'd take one in.
Yeah.
They're
absolutely.
They're like the foster children of the fantasy world.
It's almost.
They just go around in different homes.
It doesn't hold the same weight, but I mean, also kind of because he mentioned tight end, kickers, and defense in the same group. Now, like I said, I would definitely separate tight end from that, but with defense, holy shit, man! Like we probably had a couple players last year out of 12 drafting D's in the fucking 5th, 4th rounds, like, and it started a fucking wildfire.
Yo,
everyone's drafting D's.
Yeah, that's what it is. Whenever it's always a thing in Savage League and every league I'm in. As soon as the first D goes, that's when the defense shit.
That's it.
Because everybody starts panicking, like I'm not gonna get my D, so I gotta get my D now.
I gotta get my D now.
And no matter how much you try to avoid it, that's what happens. As soon as somebody says like Bears or Cincy D, now you're just like
shit.
Eagles D.
Yeah. Panic. Fucking panic, dude.
People go fucking nuts for him.
It's crazy.
You just have to make sure.
And then D's another position where it's like unless you have like the top 3 or 5 defenses, then they're not really contributing as to your scoring. So
it's just
you should concentrate on everything else and try and trade for one.
Yeah,
or wait until they have to drop them to like for the bye week, and you scoop them up on them.
I've done that before. It is fucking cold in the D. It is cold in the D.
How the fuck we supposed to keep the
holler? And one.
Oh yeah.
Z, thank you for being here this week.
It's a pleasure, man. Every time I come in town,
awesome.
It's awesome to be here.
That's great. It's great to have you here. You're great. You know, you're not afraid to speak your mind, to mind your speak.
You know,
it's so nice.
You guys are easy to follow too. All the way from the West Coast, I follow the shit out of you guys.
we're real people.
We'll follow it.
Worldwide.
Yeah. Worldwide. WorldStarHipHop.com.
My friends love you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's like it's like I get drunk with you on the other side of this country.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's really easy.
It's good.
We drink a lot,
so it's so good. It's so fucking good. Hit us up, Facebook, Professor. Any final words?
Malignant, fantasy, rampant,
secular,
fornication,
So much fornication.
Wampum?
Thank you for joining us
Those are my final
tonight.
words.
Next week, remember, it's the big WWE
Oh.
show.
WWE,
brother.
I wish I was here for that one, brother.
Brother. Oh, brother, I can't wait for it, brother. Oh, the Warrior.
Let's jump to the souls of the Desert Warriors. And I'll rise upon the ashes and crush your skull into a million pieces of crying souls.
Shaking the fucking ropes. And
Oh, my
everything,
God.
man. Macho
R.I.P.
Man was my favorite.
R.I.P.
though,
Red
man.
Macho
Yo.
Man,
And
R.I.P.
Macho-
Warrior,
Oh,
R.I.P.
yeah.
Mr. Perfect.
R.I.P. most
yeah.
wrestlers.
I know.
It's sad.
Terrible. It's so
sad.
sad, dude.
Sad.
Yeah.
So tune in for that, Professor. You're joining. You're coming back.
It'll
next
be
week, right?
my last show before I go
It'll
on
be
the
your
second
last
shift,
show.
and I
Jeez.
cannot join you until I find a new job.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, we're gonna go out drinking in the town of Niagara Falls tonight. So if anyone's out there, just start yelling our names out in the city, and maybe we'll find
We
you
will
guys.
find
And we'll get you.
the homing beacon.
Boop, 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 boop. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week and every week. And come back now here. Let's go. Peace.